All right. Microphone's working.
Microphone check. Testing.
So,
1, 2, 3.
poof.
Is that how you test microphones? You just yell poof?
Well, that's what you
Hey,
made him
guys.
do like 20 times at the
This is
worship song.
This
so
is a
I keep
podcast.
imitating him.
By the way, you
This
just
is a
imitated him.
podcast. No, it's. Did you ambush us?
I did ambush you. This is a podcast now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so just be easy.
I thought we were just testing.
Well, we are, but I figured what better way to test than to get in
trap
here
us in.
than to get in and actually like do the thing. Oh yeah, I forgot we got to do. Don't we have the?
This is an after-school program.
Sorry guys, I'm rusty. This is a new space. We'll talk about it.
This is an after-school program podcast. What key are we in? G?
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Welcome to Church Stories.
I went
Church
back.
Stories ambushed.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about that? Because this has happened to me before.
Really? Is this often?
Yes. It does. It happens.
Are you paranoid about this happening now?
No.
You're just going to be like walking.
I shouldn't have told you guys, but then I figured, okay, well, in order for it to be usable, maybe we should not talk about the deep opinions and political views that you have and talk about all the time.
Yeah, that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Because that's all we do at after school program is talk about
Yeah.
politics while the cameras aren't rolling. Just kidding.
And the cameras are on. We're like, hey, what's up, guys? Poof. Okay, so this is Church Stories. This is our new official space.
Yeah.
The
The upper room.
or
or the sweat shop. Right?
wait, you said sweat
The
factory.
sweat factory.
She,
Because it's very hot and they're working on AC.
She punched up my joke.
No, she literally just
I upgraded
picked
it.
the low hanging fruit of the joke. You said sweat shop and
I said
you said
factory,
sweat factory.
which doesn't make sense.
And she said sweat shop, and you were like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's there it was the whole time.
Yeah.
And by you, Lauren, our
Hi.
guest on the show. Welcome to the show.
What about
Welcome back.
Should we do the NBA playoffs?
Oh yeah. Do you wanna do that?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Let's pretend that we didn't say it. We're gonna bring the NBA playoffs.
Welcome.
Oh,
What was that?
I did the
What was
curve.
that one?
That's the curve.
Welcome to the show, my girlfriend.
Sorry, that's the wrong one. Okay, we're not gonna edit, but pretend that I did everything right.
Welcome to the show, my girlfriend Lauren. We've been dating for 7 months or something. I think 7, going on 8. We've been eating a lot of Chick-fil-A. It's hurting our wallets during quarantine. That's all.
Perfect. Great intro. How do you feel about that?
We take turns getting Chick-fil-A.
Paying for it. Yeah.
You do? Well,
Yeah.
PD is a paid man. PD's been working hard.
Not lately.
I love that you nodded. You were like, yeah. I was like, I know you haven't been working. Oh, man. But this is good. Welcome to the show, Lauren.
Hi. It's good to be back.
You're you're a two-peat guest.
Yes.
Can I say two-peat?
Two-peat. A second time guest, maybe?
Sorry. Okay,
Usually
so
it's when 3. It's the 3-peat, like whenever the sports team
why
is
can't it?
going
Why
for their-
can't? Okay, well, I want to see two-peat. Okay, so Church Stories has moved. We
Wait, a tooth-peat is a repeat.
Wait. I'm sorry. Cool. Okay, so okay. First of all, let's talk about Church Stories. Did you know that we're going on almost 2 years this summer?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's been 2 years since you and I picked up Audio Technica mics in your basement
Yeah.
and wore headphones and fidgeted with a computer at GarageBand
For like 40 minutes.
for like 40 minutes to
before
record
every episode.
a 30-minute, 45-minute
There was
show.
a long time where
Yeah.
it's, oh, what's up?
Oh, hello. How are you? Welcome. It's our producer, our new executive producer, Pastor Michael. Okay, awesome. Thank you. And I got the key and I'll lock up. We appreciate it. Our new executive producer, Pastor Michael, the man downstairs while we were upstairs.
Yeah, so we used to have the man upstairs.
We had the man upstairs.
And then we had
swapped.
the woman
We swapped.
in the living room with Grace.
Yes. Then we had the woman and screaming baby
Yeah.
in the house, at my house. But yeah, so we started at your house, and your dad, Mr. Scotty B, was our executive producer.
Yeah.
And then we moved. We were in your basement for a long time. Then we moved. Where were we? We weren't anywhere because we like went on hiatus.
Yeah. And then we went to your
We
house
called that
after
hiatus.
that.
We were like, that's the end of season 1. Gotcha. And then we were at my house.
We did 40 episodes.
We did.
So,
We did,
I
yeah.
mean,
I love that every time we talk about our hiatus, we always
we always mention
how many we did. We always talk about, sorry, we're working out the kinks. We always mention about how many podcasts we did. Like, we're like, hey, we did a lot so we can rest.
Yes. 40 something hours of a thing.
Yeah. And that was
Roughly.
that's good. I don't think we've ever done 40 hours of anything
Yeah.
besides work. When
So,
we worked.
Going back and listening to the moment where we made the podcast theme song
Yeah.
is interesting.
Very
because
interesting.
you've heard the song so many times
Yeah.
that when it starts playing, you're like, oh, the theme song is on. But then it's like, oh, no, this is happening live in the moment.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
if you go listen to that episode, it's weird.
It's
so I guess
crazy.
if you're a newer person and haven't listened to episode number 2,
Is it
right.
the one about
Revivals.
The one about
it
revivals,
is.
yeah. With your dad.
Yeah, we're just going to play at the end of the show.
Yeah, we'll play
We
it.
had no
we'll play it
intention
in the
of
entirety of the show.
making a theme song.
No.
But then after, we were like,
I was like, that's the theme
great.
song.
Yeah.
So we settled on that. And then we were at my house for a long time. I guess up until last week, right?
Yeah.
The last episode that we did was the one about GaitherCon, which is probably my second favorite title to date, just because I think GaitherCon is very funny.
Yeah.
But then now we are here, a church that Andrew has been affiliated with and works at has granted us the opportunity to use an upper room in the church
Yeah.
to record podcasts. And we're in that upper room right now. And we finished setting up today. We had the lights and the chairs and this
The
futon.
odds and ends.
The odds and ends. And then we were done. And then I was like, hey, well, let's test audio. And then what better
We
way to
sit
test
down
audio?
To test audio, and all of a sudden we're in a surprise podcast.
Yeah. With video too. And I'm wearing gym shorts, as are you.
Yeah.
I feel like people always comment about your calves every time you wear shorts.
There was a guy who said my calves were shredded. Whoever you are, thanks, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been working out. No, I've just started biking again, and we got yelled at yesterday.
Again?
We got yelled
Again?
at today for
Again?
taking up
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire trail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We were biking. He was biking very slow, and I was just biking beside him. And the woman ran past us and said, "Do you guys have to take up the whole path?"
But she said it very aggressively.
yeah,
Really?
she turned around and, like stared at us.
You said again because of the Walmart incident. Yeah.
Dang. Relationship is rough. Y'all two together. I mean, I might yell at y'all too later on today,
Well,
maybe
please.
just to make it a
he was just
three-peat.
biking so slow, and she ended up passing us
I was
when she was
trying
really
to-
far behind
okay.
us.
Did she yell on your left at all?
No.
Maybe
She
she
couldn't
did.
get around
Here's
us.
the thing. So I was trying to do stuff. All right, I was trying to get
What
my
do you do?
water
He was
bottle
trying
out.
to he was
and
trying
I
to get on his
to-
phone. He was biking while he was on his phone.
For those of you, which is probably everyone who's never biked with PD, when PD bikes, it's an ordeal. There are fidgets and headphones and wires and cables and a phone holder and water. You got to stop to do this. And you
I
got
don't
to fix your.
stop. I do it while I'm
it's a
biking.
whole
I
thing.
change while I'm biking.
We stopped a few
sometimes.
times.
It's an ordeal.
I just gotta I make sure there's like nobody around, and I just like try to take my shirt off in one motion.
While you're biking,
Yeah.
you're gonna die.
I've never fallen. In how many years
Why?
have I been biking? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've crashed.
I've done that while driving.
Yeah.
And maybe worse. Maybe I'm a hypocrite for calling you out. Maybe I'm worse.
You fell off the path yesterday.
I didn't like fall over.
You rode straight off of it and into a ditch.
But I didn't lose my balance.
See, this is when you're on the show. PD, everything about
He
PD
gets
is
called out
fair
for
and
lying.
balanced.
Yes. Fox News, Lauren.
Okay, no, it's okay. Okay, no. I realized when I said that, I was like, okay, I said that's the wrong saying to describe PD, because now people think that I'm some type of black Republican.
Well, right after he fell off the trail, I fell off the other side just because I was laughing at him.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Well, I used to go through headphones all the time because
Because
you'd falling off the bike, or the headphones would fall off of me onto
Yeah.
the trail. But I haven't. It's been such a long time. I think the last time I remember falling off my bike is, I don't know how it happened, but I just remember going over the handlebars and rolling onto the trail.
Did you, when you fall off a bike, I'd argue that there's only one instinct when you fall off. It's to look around and to see who saw me.
For me, it's like I always manage somehow to get my hands up before I fall, like face first.
Yeah.
So then my wrists are killing me for like the next few days.
Man, dude, I ate it one time at Furman. Furman's a local. It's not local. It's a big university in Greenville. It's basically like the main reason why a ton of people end up in Greenville. I was biking and you know where the sidewalk like dips down to like I don't know
where the food place is.
Yeah. Like dips down, then comes back up like on the edge of the road.
And there's like stairs next to it. Or
Well, no. It's like every sidewalk along the sidewalks. Like next to the soccer field. It like dips, sidewalk, then it'll like dip down, I guess, for wheelchairs or bikes or anything. And then it'll dip back. For some odd reason, I had it in my brain. I'm like, dude, I think there were people around, maybe females. I don't know. I was biking with some people and I was like, look, I'm going to get a little bit of air. On the little when the sidewalk.
This is pre-grace, like
pre-grace. Yeah,
impress women with hopping on my bike.
I might, who knows? I might be a showstopper for a little second and
That's a Toby Mac song.
I ate it. I ate it really bad. It was really bad. It was the kind of fall that people just ask, are you okay? Like very seriously. People, oh, dude, are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, yeah. It was being dumb.
I forgot
deserved
that
it.
if you're not like in biking shape, your butt hurts so bad from sitting on those seats.
Oh yeah. Bike
Sucks.
seats are it's a very unique situation.
And you just like have to bike and I guess just get used to it.
Yeah.
Because when I used to bike all the time, I never felt it.
But now when you do, you're like,
now that I've taken a
lot of
break
shape.
because of the COVID.
I don't think you can say that.
I can't. Okay.
That's way too close to Kobe, and I think I just don't. I don't know.
I'm jacking that from Donnell
Kobe?
Rawlings on the Joe
Really?
Rogan.
Is that what he said?
He's like, let me tell you something about the COVID. Oh, he said Kobe a million times.
Well, he says Kobe, and you just said Kobe, at which you gave it the same inflection that we gave to a great rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, the glue that was holding the world together. Come back.
Yeah.
So, how's quarantine been going? Y'all biked?
Yeah, we biked.
Y'all haven't been out
we
for a
went
long. Well, you've been working.
We went to, what was it? The Lost Cajun or something?
Yeah, yesterday.
I had shrimp and grits.
What did the Lost? Is that downtown?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you had shrimp and grits.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
it's like,
a shrimp and grits fan.
yeah. Well, not really. That was the first time I'd ever ordered it. So
You enjoyed it?
yeah, I liked it. Not into it.
What'd you have?
I had catfish and fries.
Yeah, y'all are like this. Y'all are super southern right now. I just want to no
Shrimp
what
and
you
grits.
just said. What you two just said back to back. This is like super southern. And I know y'all are both born and raised here, but for some odd reason, I just expected
with the
better.
sweet tea.
I was
Yeah,
born in
the
West
cup of sweet
Virginia.
tea. You were? Yeah, Mountain Mama.
The accent.
West Virginia.
The accent slips out of her sometimes.
Yes.
Would you like to? Could you do a West Virginian accent on the show? I saw that face you just made. You probably don't want to, do you?
I don't know. I mean,
Hey, we weren't supposed to do this
it only
podcast at all, so
happens
everything that happens here is a bonus. So
Yeah.
give us that the
Well,
West
could
Virginia.
you just do your best impression of a West Virginian accent?
Like, what does she slip into sometimes? Like, what will she say?
It'll just be like one word that sounds super southern.
Yeah. Like car.
I mean,
Get in my car. And you're like, what? What was that? And you're like, car? And you're like, wait a minute. What you said before?
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh,
Hey, maybe it'll happen on the show.
It might.
Dude, we used to go to church with a girl who used to say car all the time, and I'd be like,
Say what?
she'd say car.
coward.
A cower?
Cower. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm headed to my cower.
It's
And,
like, oh, you
and I was like,
call
Shelly,
your-
Shelly, what are you saying? She's like, no, I'm saying it. I say it how you say it, cower. It's more vowels.
It's like you say grandpa, you say papaw.
Yeah.
Papa,
Yeah.
Mimo.
Papaw.
Yeah.
Meow, pow, pow. What do you? This is future you. But what do you want your kid? What do you want your grandkids to call you? If you give them like naming rights, because you don't want to end up with some like pee poo or something.
Well, we're gonna live in Cuba, so I'm thinking Poppy.
What happens when you visit the States and you're with your grandkids? It's like Poppy, and
It's
you gotta
still
like
Poppy.
whoa.
They're actually call me Pitbull.
I would have my grandkids call me Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh man. So y'all been biking?
Yeah, bike. I mean, whatever.
Biking, eating Chick-fil-A.
She's been working.
I've been working.
I've just been checking my Sling app, being like, so when's this money coming back?
Are they planning on coming back?
Yeah, soon. I think I have to
Man.
do some training thing.
It's not over. It's
Yeah.
not over yet. Well, the world's like coming back open. So
I mean,
I'm done with school a month early.
Oh, really?
That's nice.
Yeah.
I was with Thomas, and things were like kind of open with the restaurants. Not
Yeah.
really. Like you couldn't go in anywhere, but it was just we were looking around, and it was like there weren't that many people, and they would have masks and stuff, and I was like, I feel like we're in an Avengers movie.
Yeah,
We're like the
yeah.
unsuspecting people whose city is about to be destroyed by superheroes.
Look around. I read something the other day. It was like people who don't wear masks are the same people who would smoke in public, and I was like, I don't like to be described like that. I
But
don't like being
Fauci,
described like
Fauci, Fousey, man, he was
Fousey, Fousey.
he was
You're gonna
on
summon a demon.
he was on 60 Minutes, and he was saying, "Leave the masks to the hospital
sick-
workers."
oh,
yeah, so
I there's so much information going on that I'm like,
it's
none of it makes
annoying,
sense.
isn't it?
You are done with school, done now, right?
Not till next year. I'll be a senior.
Oh, well, let's pretend that you're done with 11th grade.
Yeah.
Wrong one. I just had to do that.
Woo!
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
We celebrated briefly. So next year, this time next year, we'll hit the same button.
Yeah.
I'm just
the same
so
space.
like whenever COVID allows,
COVID.
I'm whenever COVID's like gonna let us all get back together, I would really like that to happen. I want to do things again.
I like you said that when COVID allows, as if like COVID's like, best I can do is fall of 2021.
Because aren't the places that are reopening like having spikes? Or am I?
Okay,
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I'm not gonna get into it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Have you been on Reddit conspiracy?
All I'm saying is Bill Gates. No. I don't know about any of that stuff, but I don't know, man. I feel like there's two camps. They're the people that's like, I just gotta get worse for it to get better, and then there are people who are like, maybe we can make it better without it getting worse.
The weirdest
and I don't want to
take
be
is,
the
sacrifice.
yeah. It was like, what is that? The mayor of Las Vegas or something? You're like, we're opting to be the what did she say? What is
Guinea
the term?
pig?
The guinea pig. Yeah, she was like, we want to be the guinea pig for to open back up. And it was like one of those things. I'm like, are you a real person or are you a villain in a Marvel movie? Like,
Yeah.
what are you? Who says we want to volunteer to be the guinea pigs? Like, who uses language like that? And it just goes and eats catfish or whatever. What did you have?
But that's what I said when the Lysol, like drinking Lysol thing was floated around. I was like, I would love to be the guinea pig for that. Let's get it.
Why?
I mean, if you think about it, kills 100% of germs or 99.9.
I saw like Hollywood actresses were bathing in Clorox.
Huh?
I saw on Snapchat
Okay,
that
but so
actresses were bathing in Clorox.
all her news comes from Snapchat news.
Hold up. Hold up.
We fight about this all the
Hold
time.
up. At what point did you find out about this?
When she would reference Snapchat news, like probably like the fourth time she referenced it, I was like, "Is that the only place you go to for news on the internet?"
And by news, you mean like it's like the pictures, right? Like the blurbs, and it'll be like it's like a GIF, and then you click it, and there's like 2 sentences.
Yeah. it looks like the magazine titles.
Yeah.
And then you click on it. There's like a whole article you can read.
Wow. And do you?
It passes a few hours before.
A lot of Kardashians.
A few hours. It is.
Oh
It is
yeah,
like
I burn a lot of time doing that.
what is your tone after you leave Snapchat news? Are you like, I'm informed?
Yeah, exactly. I
do?
take a lot of screenshots of the news
You
and
do.
send it to him.
You will.
Yes,
You will.
sometimes.
And he accepts them.
It'll be a lot
And
about
y'all
a
are-
lot about the
I
coronavirus.
send him a lot of the
A lot of
coronavirus
stuff which has
because-
been like later debunked too. I remember it was like cats can get the virus. And
Do
like,
you
they
send
can't.
her? Do you send her the debunked articles that you
should,
find?
I should.
I don't send him stuff I know he wouldn't care about. But
Which would be
Yeah.
like 90% of Snapchat news.
My
hey,
mom,
while you were taking a shower, I learned all about what the Kardashians do in their free time.
Oh,
really, and that is important.
Yeah.
That is so funny. I never gave Snapchat an importance in my life.
I felt like I missed the boat on it.
Me too.
And then like when I tried to add a bunch of people, I was like, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So then
yeah.
I deleted everybody off my Snapchat. Lauren is the only person on my Snapchat.
I'm the only person
Really?
on Snapchat.
Yeah.
yes.
You dude, Grace and I were dating. She and I were the only people. She and I.
She
would
got you to
I would
download a
Snapchat myself.
Snapchat.
Well, I had a Snapchat and then I deleted it.
Yeah.
And then I got one just because she would send me snaps. And then
yeah.
after that, I was like, after a while, I was like, look, I can't do this anymore. We gotta text. I
Yeah.
gotta send you. Yeah, it's fine.
Let's see, like that. We argue about Snapchat sometimes, and then country music is the other source of tension. And
She's changed you, dude.
I don't like
You had
country.
shrimp and
hates
grits
it.
the other day.
I like country food.
I mean, I should have known when y'all pulled up in a horse-drawn carriage, and I'm like, I think PD and Lauren are super country right now.
A horse and carriage.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I
Did y'all
mean-
pull up in a horse and carriage?
No, we should have.
That'd be funny if y'all did.
Yeah.
I wonder what's the year price tag on using a horse and carriage compared to a car. I'm gonna crunch
Don't
those
know.
numbers later.
So, I mean, are you proud to be a Southerner, Shama?
So I was just thinking about this today. With everything that's happened in the news, I go back and forth. I get a lot of opportunities because I'm black in the South, and there's a lot of scary things that could potentially happen
Yeah.
because I'm black in the South. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh no, I can't. No jokes.
I've thought about moving. I've thought the only other place that I've thought about moving. I've had some friends who were like, "You need to move to Oklahoma," and
Really?
so last year Grace and I were in the Midwest. Well, she was born there, so she's just going back, I guess, with me.
Yeah.
And I worked in Oklahoma a couple times, and some friends were like, "Dude, Joe, just gotta move here." So we had such a great time. Just really need to move here. And then while we were driving back, we were about to leave. I looked at Grace. And I was like, Are we gonna move to Oklahoma? She was like, man, I don't know. And then I was like, no, maybe not. So then we're like family, and we'd have to coordinate, drive, and fly. We got so many projects going on,
Yeah.
and we also just got this. Like, why would I? If we had moved, we wouldn't have the opportunity to kind of do a lot of this stuff right here. So
Yeah.
so I don't know. Would you move?
Here's the thing about being outside of the pocket that is the Southeast is that the tea sucks everywhere else.
If you order a sweet tea in West Virginia, they'll bring you an unsweet tea and a few packets of Sweet and Low.
They do that in West
Yeah.
Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
That's past the Mason-Dixie line, baby. You can't.
Bring
You gotta
unsweet
stay
tea
local.
and sweet packets.
Because whenever
Yeah.
we travel, I complain about that, and I've just learned that if we go too far out, just don't order a tea.
The funniest instance of that is my siblings and I, when we're moving back to Tanzania. So I was born in Tanzania, moved here. My little sister was born here. So I have an older brother and a younger sister. I'm the middle of 3 kids. When I turned 11, this was 2003, we were flying back to Tanzania for the first time. So we were very much American and very much Southern because we lived in Alabama and then we lived in South Carolina. And we flew on British Airways, and we would just order sweet tea just instinctively everywhere. Just sweet tea. I get sweet tea. I get sweet tea. And I remember I was sitting next to my brother and my sister, and they ordered like the British Airways like air stewardess or whatever walked by. She was like, "And what can I get you to drink?" And they're like, "Can I get some iced tea or sweet tea or something?" They're like, "Tea?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's just some iced tea, like tea with ice or whatever." They're like, "I can get you some hot tea with a cup of ice and some sugar." And they're like, "No, that's too many steps." And that's
don't
kind of
make us
when
do the work.
it clicked. We were like, "Yeah, that's okay. This is we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. That's the thing about being in the South is you go to Walmart and you just look around and you're like, oh, these are our people. And I mean, I've been going in pajamas. So I can't say anything.
I mean, I could probably lose some more weight, but my wife and I will go to restaurants that I really like. There's a restaurant next to my house called the Big Clock of Berea, and it's a good old country gravy, great finger licking, country kicking,
Finger looking good. Chase's favorite Bible verse.
Cooking, sipping, sweet tea sipping, hunking down, and just all the. I that's my favorite Southern thing to do is when I'll just say just a bunch of something sipping, back road riding, dirt road skipping. Anyways,
Mud truck tripping.
it's fun, especially if you got to go back to back. You know what I mean? Like flatbed of the truck, laying, stargazing. It's a harmonica
Ric
humming
Flair right now.
I don't know. Does he say those things?
Yeah, I gotta.
Anyways, we've been to the Big Clock of Berea. Great place. Have you ever been?
Yes.
I've had it from my school before. It's really good.
Have you had the Big Clock of Berea though?
No.
Okay, so sometime this week, Grace and I will take you to. Grace and Ezra and I. Ezra's gonna pay. He's been working hard.
Oh.
He's working in the family business.
Working on the crawling.
Yeah, he's working on the. He army crawls now. I gotta show you videos. Oh, and he also like walks a little bit too. If you hold him up, very cute. I needed to post something, but then I'm like, I gotta stop posting about my son.
Almost got it.
But anyways,
Get ready! Woo! We on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
That's his run on thing.
And then he ends with saying, "I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down," and he like kicks his shoes off.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe am I plagiarizing from Ric Flair?
No, it used to be the southern, like even more southern version.
I'm just a podcast hosting, fro picking. Anyways, we go to these restaurants, and my wife will always point out. She's like, "I'm like, oh, I love this place. We gotta come here more often." And she'll always go, "Shama, just look at everyone around. Look at everyone's size around here." And I'm like, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Oh, but that is funny. So when my family and I, back in 2002 or something, we went to Colorado, and we were there for a couple of weeks, almost like a month. And I remember my mom pointed out, she was like, "Have you noticed how thin everyone is around here?" And I was like, "No, I just hadn't." And then I was like, "Yeah." And there was no KFCs. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like around every single corner, there's a McDonald's in West Virginia.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, we have a ton of them too.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton. This podcast took a turn.
We're
This
just talking
podcast
about
took a turn.
Southern,
Guys,
being
anyways,
Southern and
this is we really want to promote. PD and I have teamed up with Fit Tea to provide. We just pivot to protein
Herbalife.
shakes. Yeah.
The flat tummy tea.
That's what we're doing now. Hey, I did want to get into a couple of reviews. Do you want to read some reviews? No, they're not reviews. They're emails. I don't know if we have any reviews, but we'll get into some emails. It's time to check. Okay. There's 3. I'll read the first one, and we'll go down the line. How about that? Dear Church Stories. This is from Veda Velastek. I'm sorry if I'm messing up that name. I'm sorry. Veda. Let's call you Veda. Vada. I'm gonna stop trying to say your name. I have a funny camp story about a homemade torch. So I was in a group of 2 boys. Of course, they were acting like any teenage boy would with a lighter and a can of bug spray. As any teenage boy would. What is that? What do teenage boys do with lighters and?
Did you not do this?
I did do this, but
okay.
I don't know. I didn't like the way it made it sound like, well, everyone. I'm like, yeah, we all do it, but we just don't call us out.
I use hairspray instead of bug spray.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, and Axe.
It's an easy way to lose eyebrows. I'll say it's the fastest way. Anyways, we were sent to this little campfire pit in the woods to practice our fire skills. It took us about 3 minutes to realize that it was a lot harder to start a fire than we had thought. Yes, it is. At least for them. During that, one of the boys tells me the story of a kid that made his own torch out of a lighter and a can of bug spray. Let's just say it didn't end well for that kid, so the boy tries it out. And I, being the only one with any sense, backed away about 6 feet from the kid who was going to do this.
Social distancing.
Good. You were ahead of your time. Hopefully. I don't know when this took place. So the boy tries it out. And I, being 6 feet away from the kid who was going to do this, he held up the lighter to the can of bug spray and sprayed. Then it was a giant torch, and the can exploded and did not explode like I thought it would. I thought for sure I was going to die. I'm reading how it was written. Then they start to mess around with the torch and start to burn Daddy Longlegs alive. Leaves that are on the dry ground, other bugs. The end of this is taking a dark.
Wait, so for this ecosystem, if you put yourself on the scale of these bugs, this is the apocalypse.
Like just a ball of fire from the sky.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I think about that, like the little microorganisms. A drop of water is a catastrophe.
Dude, you gotta get the house. You gotta start working. You gotta make some money. Your life needs more purpose. And I'm saying that out of love. Let me finish this story. Anyways, they're burning other bugs at the end of the sticks, and when they finally faced the torch towards the campfire pit, had no there was no flame. All that hard work wasted. Oh, so they just ended up just terrorizing bugs and stuff. Wow. And leaves and that hard work wasted. And I still think to this day, even though it was a year ago, that I could have been killed by a torch that exploded. I also want to thank you for doing this awesome podcast. I have only been listening to it for about 2 weeks now, and I love it. It always makes me laugh. Keep it up. From Veda SV.
So instead,
Thanks, Veda.
it's just like Bug Pearl Harbor.
Explain.
It's a bunch of death.
Just a bunch of death, and then when you're done, you're all out of steam, and you didn't do. I don't know. Okay, this is the sex with you. Reagan Johnson.
Okay.
Plain.
A church camp.
A chirp?
Church.
What is the name of this podcast?
Chirp stories. Welcome back. Today we have some crickets from this bait and tackle shop.
That's that shrimp and grits, dude. You've changed.
Yeah,
I keep saying
this is
that.
from Reagan Johnson. A church camp story. Shatika No. It's the title. Hey, Shama, PD. We're big fans of the show, and we have a church story that we wanted to share. So every year at our church camp, these students from a Bible college volunteer to come and lead worship and act as extra camp counselors.
That's worldwide. Let me just say, students, Bible college students everywhere are volunteering at camps worldwide. They all get paid like $20 a week, and it's free room and board, and they love it with all their heart.
So it's like the Doc Antle situation.
Yeah, it pretty much.
It's like Joe Exotic.
They feed me. Like, listen, all I could do, I just get money,
just
and I don't
minus
have to
the
spend
meth.
it. Yeah, and you're like, what's going on here? Are there tigers at this Christian camp?
They do this all over the country every summer, so they know each other very well. On the first day of camp, we learned that our 2 camp counselors from the college had some sort of weird tradition with another college counselor named Shatika, from the title.
Thank you for updating
You're welcome. Every time we would see Shatika, our counselors would gather us in a group and they would yell, "Shatika, no!" We didn't know why we did this, so we just listened to our counselors like good Christian camp kids. One night before dinner, we were all in the girls' dorms. For context, this camp was being held at a different Bible college than the one the counselors were from. When we hear a shout in the hallway, we all rushed out of our rooms to find Shatika lying on the ground. In the wall directly in front of her was a hole the size of a soccer ball. Then we promptly yelled, "Shatika, no!" and asked why there was a hole in the wall and why she was on the floor. She told us that she had seen a spider on the wall and had kicked it, resulting in a soccer ball-sized hole in the college dorm, a college that we were just using for 2 weeks In the summer, after ensuring Shatika was all right, we decided that we had to hide this hole from the rec staff who did early morning checks on all of our rooms and would certainly not be happy to see it, especially since the director of our church district was on the rec staff. So one of us girls found a chair and a large pillow and proceeded to put it in front of the hole. Smart. Not a picture. There's
A picture with pancakes on it.
yeah. The next day, we waited anxiously for the rec staff to come and chew us out, but it never happened. To the best of our knowledge, the rec staff still doesn't know we left a hole in the wall of that college dorm. Hope you enjoy this, and we love your show, Reagan and Riley. By the way, glad to hear PD is okay. Thought you might enjoy this. Thank you.
That's the title of the episode, by the way.
Shatika, no.
Oh, that is so funny.
That is really funny. Yes, I am doing well. Thank you.
Yeah. People are very invested in your well-being.
Yeah, because hey, me being bedridden means not as many podcasts and no guests.
So y'all care about PD for selfish reasons, all
Yeah.
of you. Everyone
Unless you
is
actually
"Is
care
PD
about
okay?"
me, then that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. But if you really are just kind of like, man, I wonder if there's going to be a podcast.
So if you could
PD
tweet
kicks the
at
bucket.
the hashtag "We Care," Pete. No, please don't do that.
You were literally healed in just a week.
Less than a week too. That is crazy.
Hey, but hey, it was touch and go though for a second.
Yeah. Well, for a second, I thought that I was going to be like doing nothing for at least 2 months.
You were down and out, but then all of a sudden, the Lord.
Yes.
It was like he told me that he told you he had mono, and then you said, "Oof, see you in a while." What did you say?
I think you said
I
rest in
said,
peace.
guys, PD and I's relationship is going on a decade. I need to say that. So when I say rest in peace, I mean it in love.
Yeah.
I said rest in peace, and then another time when he confirmed, I said it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, that's what you said to him. But
How bad would it be if I was like rest in peace, and then you did die, and I'm like, oh, yikes, and then I'd be like, this is the last text I sent PD. Rest in
called
peace,
it
LMAO.
The Prophet Shama.
Okay, awesome. Hey, read our last email. Lauren.
church camp story. My brother and I are really big fans and always talk about our own church stories. Literally last night, we were talking about our church's second kids camp, where leaders were throwing flour-filled socks at us kids. The church hired a guy to document the whole camp and put it on CDs, and we have one, so we have video evidence of the whole thing. Leaders just beating us kids with socks. All right, hope you guys are doing well in quarantine. Okay, bye.
That's funny.
She's beating them with
Ask her for the video.
This is one of
Yeah.
those. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Please send us the video, and we might.
We want to see you guys get beaten with socks.
That's something I would have loved to have happen in youth group. When
I
I
feel
was
like-
in youth group.
Is that gonna be one of those things where you see it and you're like, do I need to call the police? Like, should I laugh or
New
do I need to
segment of the
call youth?
podcast where random youth leaders come in and beat us and our guests with flour-filled socks while we're trying to do the
You
podcast.
got church
Be like,
stories
oh,
pranked.
Oh, so do you have any? Do you have any church stories?
Yeah.
I bet there was like a lot of like powder all over the room.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was probably a mess.
That's one of those things where you're like,
it's
what's
good in theory.
Yeah, in theory it's fine, but then also like, why would you? Why ever?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
dang.
when we take the bandanas and try to hit each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, dude, I was at a camp one time. And this kid, like, this
I
cut
met-
like a 3-inch like freaking scar in his leg. It was crazy.
I messed up a kid's eye for like a day.
Really?
Jonathan Dismuke, shout out
Really?
if you listen.
How'd you say his first name? Well, for the record, he maybe had it come. No, Jonathan's a good kid, man.
Yeah,
I miss Jonathan.
He was just holding his eye for the rest of the day.
Dang. And you're like, my bad, man. My
No,
bad, dude.
yeah.
That's a joke.
It's all part. It's part of the
That's a
game,
joke.
man. You
And
play
you're
the
like,
game. You might get hurt sometimes.
Remember when you got me? Remember when you get? Remember? That's a sibling thing. Like, hey, I know I hurt you, but remember when
Last Tuesday.
You remember last Tuesday when I was minding my business and you came downstairs?
I haven't forgotten. That was the thing about being a sibling. Is the
Keeping
revenge
score. Yeah,
and keeping score.
it's all about it.
My brother and I would bribe each other. Like my mom would threaten to spank us, and my brother would be like, if you do this for me, I won't remind mom about your spank. Because my mom would forget. My mom would punish us, and then she'd forget to carry it on. And then my brother would be like, if you don't do this for me, I'll remind her.
Then before you know it, you turned into a butler, a chauffeur. You're doing all these things.
All he would want me to do was make him
Massages.
egg sandwiches.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, the bar's on the floor.
I remember I tried to get Annie
Your brother
to-
would shut up for an egg sandwich?
If you give me food, I won't tell
You're
mom.
like, oh, okay. It's going to take me all of 3 minutes.
Okay.
what did I get in trouble for? I think Annie went on some date or something, and I was like, well, I saw the dude. Mom doesn't know about him. You have to order me a pizza.
That's blackmail. I was thinking, it took me a second. Wait a minute. Did she get you a pizza?
No, I think she just argued with me and ended up telling my mother herself that she went on a date with somebody.
Why would that matter?
So for one pizza, for the low cost of like, I don't know, $13.
Yeah.
I think we waited like 2 or 3 weeks till I met your mom.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Miss Sherry B.
Yeah, Miss Cheryl. I call her
Cheryl. Cheryl. Well, yeah, this has been a great episode, guys.
Yeah. A
Thanks
good
for
surprise.
Thanks for testing out the new space.
Yeah.
We
What
did.
does
It.
this one do? Okay.
That's Jaron Meyer's special. See up here, you can read them.
Oh, I thought that was Mario music. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, what
That's
is that?
the end of Jaron Meyer's
Yeah.
special. Yeah, I just have it queued up here. I don't know why I have that. Sorry. I need to do more stuff. I gotta.
I'm
stop
enjoying it.
Please stop.
COVID-19!
I'm sorry. It's a work in progress. But I'm just trying to like. It's just a thing. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
Hey, this has been a fun episode though.
This is Church Stories, and you've been awesome.
Yeah. We just end it. We just end it, and we never come back. We never. That's the end of the podcast. Is just this. You've been awesome, and then you never hear from us, and we never talk about your stories for the rest of our lives.
I think that's the thing that we'll do with the guests. Is I had this idea that I'll talk about on the podcast now. Is that we place something beside the guest. If they don't grab it the whole time, they get a prize. But if they do, then we go. You lose the game that you didn't know was being played.
You know what that means, right? This whole podcast is gonna be deleted. You wasted your time. Do you have a praise report? Are you are like using your sleeves a lot? Are you like conscious of like COVID?
No. Well, I got to watch you guys move stuff.
That's the praise report.
yes.
Is it we moved stuff?
Oh, well, obviously you feel better and you're out of the house now.
Oh
I
yeah.
got you on the trail 2 days in a row.
Yeah. 2 days in a row. Wow.
Yeah. That's why he was talking about his butt hurting from the bike seat. Because he's been cooped up in his house for like a month and he hasn't been on the trail.
And then you hit the trail today. The only other day.
I hit the trail.
Is that your praise report?
Yep. I biked.
Yeah. What is my praise report? Man, my praise report is just a lot of stuff's happening. Got a couple songs that we're working on that are coming out. Eventually.
I shouldn't pop my knuckles on the podcast.
Maybe.
I just
I don't know.
realized.
PD always beats me up after we record a podcast. That's just how it goes.
With flower socks.
Yeah, with flower socks.
Good-
and I'm like,
good
Shatika, no.
That's good. Is that just a saying now for us? Shatika,
I would
no.
Oh man. I mean, to what extent do people say Shatika no? Is it gonna be like one of those things? Shatika's gonna be like 90 years old. She's on her deathbed, and then like,
I think
beep,
so.
beep, beep, beep. They're like, Shatika, no. Tears. Roll credits. That's the end of.
No, I think it'd be Shatika, no. A little smirk and then they cry. It's like I just want to get one last joke in.
And then the gates of heaven open, and Jesus is like, Shatika, yes,
Yeah.
come on in.
Wait, you do the right sound drop for
I'm
the
sorry.
gates of.
I gotta. Let me cue that up. Sorry. Sorry. I got it. This is it's over, but Shatika, welcome to heaven. You belong here now.
What would you like to order?
We have the original Chick-fil-A, the first sauce ever created. I am Apostle Peter, formerly known as Saul. That's all I got. That's all I got. Anyways, this has been a ton of fun. My praise report is the podcast. We've come a long way,
Yeah,
and I want to thank
70 something.
I want to thank Andrew Simmons, who's believed in the show, and I want to thank Robert, who convinced us to not end the show.
I don't know if we talked about that.
Yeah, we have it. Robert Thorell, director. He's been on the podcast several times. We were going to end it, and Robert was like, "Don't end it. I got to get thing going." And that was like almost a couple months ago, and we've invested in gear, and God has blessed us with this awesome space.
Church Stories is saved.
The one about the resurrection. But no, so it's been good. I feel like I'm excited about, having the space and coming in and knocking out episodes. And then we're also going to be producing some other podcasts as well under the After School Podcast banner. And I'm super excited about, keeping the ball rolling.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun guests. We got a bunch lined up.
Yeah. Hey. You know what to say. This has been Church Stories.
And you've been awesome. Why did I say both parts?
I don't know. Well, say what I think you should say.
Okay.
This has been Church Stories.
And you've been awesome.
Okay. Now set me up.
This has been Church Stories.
Shatika, no.
So I was just missing the obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, okay, one more time. This has been Shatika Stories.
Shatika, no.
All right. We'll wrap this up now.
Oh, yeah. All right, bye.